Let's go.
Earlier this year, I and a group of other students were tasked with creating and solving the issue provided to us by the New South Wales Police Force of educating our community and becoming more resilient with cybercrime. We were tasked to create a web app or some form of application that would be able to help solve this issue. Myself, Aiden Swindale, Aiden Omaragic, Louisa Marr, and Shinoshi came together to create a browser extension called Dscamly. Our browser extension was designed so that it would assist our users by highlighting vulnerabilities that could potentially lead to a cyber attack. With a target audience of 18 to 24-year-olds, this was considered quite irregular, considering that most people believe that old people are susceptible to cybercrime. However, it turns out that most 18 to 24-year-olds are the most negligent when it comes to exposing themselves to cyber threats. We also decided that it would be best to create a user-friendly and very accessible UI and interface for our app so that it would be accessible for all ages. The whole purpose of our idea was to benefit our users through educating them through the use of warnings and alerts like pop-ups that force our users to actually interact with it. In doing so, this would increase awareness and hopefully reduce complacency and eventually teach people to become more resilient. In this first screenshot here, we can see the use of the pop-up in the top right of the browser, and we have a pop-up in the center of the screen saying you are entering a spam folder, be careful of phishing. So whilst this is not a very complex and comprehensive version of stopping someone from being exposed to a phishing scam, it does provide the purpose of slowly teaching our users to look out for this kind of email, as it will just provide them with the pop-up that they're forced to click and learn from.
So here in our second demo, we've got a suspicious email that's been flagged by Gmail, and then our application will detect what parts of the email are suspicious. So as we can see in the top left-hand corner, we've got highlighted in pink the bad URL that's been detected as it could be a phishing scam. So in the next demo, on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, we've also got like a definition of cybercrime. So our application will detect it as a cybercrime and help users to navigate it, have a better understanding of what cybercrime is and how it can be prevented. In the top right-hand screen, we've got an annotation that our application has added, so saying it's a suspicious email, that the email does not match the signed recipient. So ideally, our application can also be applied to other mobile applications like Facebook and Instagram. On the left-hand side, we've got a message from Mary Catherine with an email link from Facebook, not facebook.com. And the application has detected that it is a phishing scam and also provides a definition of it there. On the right-hand side, we've got the login page. If you click that link, it takes you to a login page that I'll ask you for your credentials. And if you do that, the attacker gets those credentials and gets access to your account. And on the other image, we got a definition of phishing and why it's considered a phishing scam.
So just to wrap up the whole purpose of our presentation, when it comes to cybercrime, a lot of the times it does occur due to actual human negligence and humans being the issue. So the most efficient cyber defenders when it comes to cybercrime is anticipating when it's going to happen, educating our users and allowing them to detect when it's going to happen. And through detecting it, they'll be able to react and become more resilient in the process. And just a final note is cybersecurity is much more than an IT topic. It's not something that you do in school just to, you like computers. Like, it's something that is very, very, very common in the everyday world and something that needs to have a lot more attention brought to it.